Hello everybody, Frankie Day here. Okay guys, today on YouTube on this video right here, one of my commenters on my Frankie Day's wild tugboat ride, they want to know what kind of tugboat I was using. There it is right there, folks. This is known as the Tugless Craig tug. I built this thing about 46 years ago, all out of wood and fiberglass. And we'll zoom in a little bit, folks, and get a good look at it. It's all fiberglass. It's 4-channel. It's got horn speakers in it. And it's also got lights in there too. Lights work. Masthead lights work. Towing lights work. We'll get a little closer, folks, and take a look at it some more here. This is a very good tug. This thing is over 4 feet long. I think it's 49 inches long in length. It weighs 90 pounds. So it takes a lot of me to pick this thing up. So I got a special dolly for it. I carry it with me in my truck, so I can be able to load it and pick it up in the water without hurting myself. Being 74 years old, I'm not too stout like I used to be. So it's good to have a dummy helper to help me load this thing up in the water and out of the water. And we'll zoom a little bit, fellas. We'll take a look at some stuff here. Right over here, folks, you can see the those your running lights. They all work. I got your towing lights. They all work. We'll go aft a little bit here. All those fittings made by me. I made that boat, carved that boat out of wood, and made a plug out of it, and fiberglass the same. There's my bow bumper I made right there. When I'm not out in the water, guys, when I feel like taking out for a spin when it's a good windy day, I resort to this method. This is my Victor 32 yacht, sailing yacht. I've entered this in a lot of contests. I've won. I came in second place on the nationals we had 2 years back, and she's a good sailor. It has 2-channel. You got one for your sails, also for your rudder. Then, if I get bored doing that, I'll swing over and do this. This is my 1918 cargo tramp steamer. This is the SS Mojave. This is a Theodore Ferris design. Back in 1918, there was a constant need of shipping because U-boats were sinking these things right and left. The only solution for it is that the Brits got a hold of the United States, want to know they had some kind of emergency fleet corporation that can make a lot of ships. So George F. Ferris came with the idea, making wooden cargo ships. This vessel here is tightly made out of wood, same as that as the model. Reason why it's made wood, because then expendable. It's expendable, and it can be made in a lot of quantities, and it can be made all by patterns. So virtually, we're making more of these than what the U-boats could sink. So that was the answer to the Emergency Fleet Corporation. So actually, folks, this is the grandfather to the Liberty ship. And we'll zoom in a little bit here, and we'll take a look at it. Got the bow section, the superstructure. We'll get a little closer to the superstructure here. This is all radio control. I built this from plans. There's a fantail. There's a section right there. The superstructure, midship superstructure right here. Boy, folks, sometimes I'll be a good cameraman. As of now, between officers and gentlemen, I stink. And right here, the top comes off here. As you can see here, it's all removable. It's for radio control. And this is 2-channel. Screws right here. It runs. Rudder works and everything. It's a beautiful looking ship. Then we'll take a tour over here, guys, since I got this here video camera in my hand. These are my other card models built from paper. I've got the SS United States right here, all out of paper. There's my Lusitania. And I got a lot of stuff in here, folks. I got a lot of stuff down below in my basement and everything, and the finished basement. I'll tell you guys, you will not believe what I have right here. And since we got the Cook's Tour going on here, folks, I'm promising you guys this for a long time. Up there is my USS Missouri, all 1/16 scale, 51 inches long. You got a big Megalodon right next to it, folks, great white shark. And I have my USS Maryland right here. It's kind of blemished out there from the videos in the background, folks. Here's my Flower Class Corvette. That Cohen's building one of these for his father-in-law. And this is a good kit too. There's my USS Franklin D. Roosevelt. I built this model back in 1956. This kit, along with the Missouri, was Revell's first models they ever built, they ever produced. This kit came out back in 1952. Missouri came out in 1954. The rest of the Revell kits followed. And that would be that. Then we're in for a good treat, folks. We'll back off a little bit of this camera. We'll go over here. We'll take a look at the overcasted clouds of the skies there. You can see all my models. My big old PBY right there. My Curtis Jenny. My SBD Dauntless. Here's my paper models on 1/32 scale Lancaster. It's all done by paper. Wingspan, this thing is 39 inches long. There's a bomb bay right there. You can see all the bombs. Use my hand as a guide, you can see how big it is. There's my Waco. I flew that last year. It flies real well. We get behind, this is my Dauntless again right there. And you can see that's a Willows kit I built. I built this back in 1971. This is an old model I've had for a long time. About the size of Alex's 1/18 scale. This is almost 1/18 scale, but what Alex has. There's my Hudson bomber. Here's my PBY Catalina. There's my paper model of my Catalina that I built. There's my Martin Mars, my Martin Seamaster, the one you fellas seen when I completed it on there as my second entry for Chance's Flyboat Group build. And here's my card model of my B-17 Flying Fortress I did. Wingspan, this thing is 38 inches long. All out of paper. You can see how big my hand is compared to it. It's a big model. There's my Handley Page Halifax. There's my Martin Mars right there, the prototype, the PB2M1 Mars. Redesigned to the JMR Mars. Over here is my PBM Mariner. There's my Skytrain, ready for the troops to be boarded. There's my huge Wellington bomber. There's my Grumman Gulf Hawk. There's my Lockheed L-14. My P-39 Air Cobra. These are my scratch built ships I built right there. I've got my that's a plastic kit. That's a 1963 Blue Devil destroyer that I bought. And there's my card model of my Iron Duke. And over there's my radio control tug of the George Washburn tug. I'll be doing that as one of my projects. Inside there I've got my Revell 128 scale 1958 Revell Spad. Inside there is Jim Shaka's group a build. I've got my little 109 in there. I've got another short Sunderland right there made out of paper. Got my PB2Y Coronado made out of paper. Got my Robert E. Lee up there. Got my Tugboat submarine up there. And it just goes on and on, folks. Down in the basement, I've got hundreds upon hundreds of models, guys. And that'll be that. There's another tug right there I got. Very fine sailor. There's my B-25 Mitchell. Right here behind Executioner's shield they wear is my HMS Victory. And it needs to be repaired a little bit, folks. And that'd be that, folks. There's some of my stash right here I got stashes down in my basement, stashes all over the place here. I probably got about almost 2,000 models, guys, and more than that. There's all my stash down there I got. Goes on. This here you don't see more. This is a 1955. I believe it's a Sea Witch, or no, this is the Clipper ship. This is a Mark Lewis. Marks is the plastic kit, guys. They don't make this no more. This is one of the early plastic kits that was produced back in the early 1950s. This is the Swordfish Clipper. I got my B-17 here, and my Corsair. Got a B-2